Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Eli Talks Football and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing all right today. We had a busy Premier League fixture this late a couple of days ago, but then this weekend we move on into the next one. And this weekend we got some derbies. We got the Merseyside derby, Everton, Liverpool. We've got the London derby between Fulham and Arsenal at Craven Cottage. But the big one, the big derby, you can call it like the big rivalry in London. It's gonna be at White Hart Lane where Tottenham face Chelsea. That's the game of the weekend. That's the big game. That's on a Sunday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I know that everyone will be watching that game as well, because of what happened last season, where Tottenham, scored, they went down to 9 men. We scored like a hat trick. Jackson scored, Cole Palmer scored a penalty. There was so many VAR, some fights and all that stuff. So yeah, man, everyone is looking forward to it. Even I am, and let's just see if we can give them another entertainment, like we did last year. So that's the game of the weekend. That's on a Sunday. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, derbies this weekend for game week number 15. So if you guys have done so already, make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit the bell notifications that you never ever miss any of my videos or live streams. Make sure you share this to all your friends and your family so that they can also watch this. And also comment as well, what's your prediction as well, and whether you agree or disagree with any of my predictions as well. So if you guys can like, share, comment, and subscribe, hit the bell notification, then that would be absolutely great. So make sure you guys do those 5 things for me. All right, so without wasting any more time, let's start. So the first game of the weekend for game week 15 is an earlier kickoff where Everton host Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. And the interesting thing is, before I move on into the bad news, is that this is the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Because next season Everton will be playing in the new stadium. So that stadium is almost complete, but that stadium will start next season. So this is the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. So the question is, will Everton, find a way to, win in the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, or will Liverpool win that party? We're gonna have to wait and see. So that's his thinking. Now, of course, before I record this video today, there is some news that this game might be postponed, and I do understand. And when I looked at it, I was like, really, why? But then I thought to myself, it might be the win. But then when I looked at it, I was like, yeah. So listen, the game is still gonna happen, but it might be postponed because Storm Dower is gonna batter the UK this weekend. So in the Merseyside area, there's an amber warning because the winds could gust up to 70 to 80 miles per hour. So that game might be postponed, but we'll see what happens later today, or maybe perhaps before early tomorrow. So we're gonna have to wait and see. So yeah, that game might be postponed or it might be played, but hopefully the Everton and Liverpool fans don't want that, because all of us, everyone around the world is going to watch that game, particularly Everton fans, because they know that this is the last Merseyside derby game at Goodison Park. So there we go. Of course, Liverpool dropped points away against Newcastle. Everton smashed, Wolves 4-0 at their place. So this is going to be interesting. Now, to me, I was thinking that Everton might win this game, but Liverpool only lost 1 game in all competitions still. 1 game. And I was at home against Forest. So despite me thinking that Everton are going to win, I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see what happens tomorrow for that earlier kickoff. So there we go. Anyway, I've got some stats for you of that game. Everton won 2-0 in their last Premier League game against Liverpool in April. Last one in consecutive league Merseyside derbies in the 1984/85 campaign. And I watched that game, and boy, Everton just ruined Liverpool's title hopes that time. Liverpool, 2 loss in this exact fixture last season, ended a 12th game unbeaten away one in the Premier League against Everton, which is winning 3 and drawing 9. So as you can see, Liverpool's away record at Goodison Park is mostly draws than wins, so that's interesting. They've not lost consecutive visits to Goodison Park since a 1-3 between 1992 and 1994. Everton versus Liverpool is the fixture to have seen the most red cards, of course, and have drawn 0-0 the most, which is 12 times in the Premier League history. No side have scored more 90 minutes against an opponent in a competition than Liverpool have against Everton, which is 5 times. Since the start of last season, Liverpool are unbeaten in 8 of their Premier League games, kicking off at 12:30 p.m. on a Saturday, which is winning 6 and drawing 2. This is why I've been saying that Everton might not win this game, including a 2-0 win against Everton, that was last season. Meanwhile, Everton are winless in their last 6 matches, drawing 2 and losing 4, conceding exactly 2 goals in each game. And finally, Everton have won just 4 of the last 47 Premier League matches against teams starting the day top of the table, drawing 19 and losing 14. Only Spurs 25 times have lost more games against table topping teams in the competition than the Toffees. So there you go on that one. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this game. Hopefully it's not a boring game. But yeah, like I said, man, Everton, they thrashed Wolves. Liverpool have dropped points, but Liverpool remain unbeaten when it comes to 12:30 p.m. Kickoff. In the last 8 games they've won 6 and they've drawn 2. So listen, as a Chelsea fan, I would love for Everton to beat Liverpool, because that will make the title race even more interesting. Because if Liverpool drop points again against Everton, then if Chelsea beat Tottenham and also beat Fulham away, that will make the title race even more interesting. So we'll have to wait and see. But for this game, it's going to be tough. But I feel like both teams are going to concede. But I feel like Liverpool are going to get the win. So for my prediction tomorrow, I'm going to go for a Liverpool 2-1 win. I just believe that they're going to ruin Goodison Park's last ever Merseyside derby game. So there we go. So yeah, I'm just going to go 2-1 Liverpool. Everton's goal scorer, I'm going to go for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Liverpool's goal scorers, I'm going to go for Mo Salah and Luis Diaz on this one. So yeah, 2-1 Liverpool. Like, Mo Salah has broke a record by scoring and assisting in the 37 times in Premier League history. So he broke the record because Wayne Rooney done it 36 times. Salah done it 37 times when he played against Newcastle when they drew 3-3. So Mo Salah is unstoppable, man. He really is. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1. Because without Mo Salah, boy, this season, they would have been in the bottom half of the table. So Liverpool are lucky that they signed that Mo Salah is here to stay. So there we go. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool in my prediction for that game tomorrow. I would love Everton to get the win, but Liverpool are really good at the moment. So, you just cannot predict them to lose. But there you go. Anyway, the next game is Villa, which they finally ended their winless streak, when they beat Brentford 3-1, whereas Southampton, they got absolutely destroyed by Chelsea 5-1, and they were lucky that it was only 5, because it could have been 14, 15 or 16 hadn't we improved our shooting boots. But Southampton went down to 10 men, and they're going to be without Stevens because of that red card when he pulled down Cucurelli's head. So there you go. Right, here is the stats for this one. Aston Villa have won their last 3 Premier League games against Southampton, all without conceding, more than they had in their previous 13 against them, which is winning 2, drawing 3 and losing 8. Having been unbeaten in 6 consecutive away league games against Aston Villa between 2013 and 2020, Southampton have lost their last 2 phases by an aggregate score of 5-0. Aston Villa are unbeaten in all of the 11 Premier League games against promoted sides under Unai Emery, which is winning 9 and drawing 2, winning 5 of their last 6 at home under the Spaniards, which they've only drawn once. Aston Villa have won 5 of the last 8 Premier League matches against sides starting the day bottom of the league, drawing 2 and losing 1. Though their one defeat in this one was at Villa Park, losing 1-0 to West Ham United in August 2022. And finally, Southampton are winless in the last 40 Premier League away games since that 1-0 win at Chelsea in February 2023. Of course, it has got to be us in that time. But thank goodness we not allowed Southampton to beat us next time. Indeed, no side has won no side has won fewer points on the world in the top flight this term than the Saints, which is only one. So there you go. Listen, Southampton are just really bad, really bad. Like the manager said that he's going to continue to allow, like, continue to way he plays, and for me, it's not good enough because you give if you try and play from the back and make individual mistakes, you are going to get punished. So to me, I think I'm not sure if I had Southampton either staying up or relegated, but to me, they are going down this season. Like Southampton are just absolutely awful. Like the game against Liverpool, they were 2-1 up, but then they threw it away, you know. So to me, Southampton are getting relegated. They really are. And looking at the table here, Southampton only win was against Everton. And look at this, guys. They're 4 points behind Ipswich Town and Wolves, and they are 7 points behind Crystal Palace. So to me, Southampton getting relegated. It's as simple as that. So just relegate Southampton already. But the season's not over yet, but Southampton getting relegated. So for this game tomorrow, I'm going to go for Villa 3-1. I'm going to go for Villa 3-1, like, you know, like they did against Brentford. So Southampton just bad in it, away, especially away from home. You know, only one win in 14 away games, you know. But yeah, Southampton just bad, especially this season. So yeah, 3-1 to Villa. Goal scorers, I'm going to go for Joanne, Ollie Watkins, and Leon Bailey. For Southampton, Adam Armstrong. That's the only goal scorer for Southampton. So yeah, 3-1 Villa. That's my prediction. And yeah, Southampton just bad. They really are bad. So there you go. So yeah, 3-1 to Villa is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. So there we go. Right, the next one is Brentford versus Newcastle. Here's the stats for this one, and I'm going to tell you why I'm impressed by Brentford this season. Brentford are winners in the last 6 of their Premier League meetings with Newcastle, drawing 1 and losing 5. The most they face an opponent without ever winning the competition. Well, that's about to change tomorrow. Newcastle have won their last 5 Premier League games against Brentford, only against Burnley between 2020 and 2024, and Tottenham between 2006 and 2008 have they had a longer winning one in that competition. Newcastle have won their last 5 away games against Brentford in a one stretching back to 1992. In their league history, they only ever won more consecutive away games against Derby 7 times between 1951 and 1965. Newcastle kept just 1 clean sheet in the last 30 Premier League games against London side, shipping 26 goals in the progress. Indeed, they conceded at least twice in their 8 of their last 10 games in the capital. And finally, Brentford have won more home games than any other side in the Premier League this season, which is 19. Their 19 points is most after 7 whole games this season since 2004 and 5, which is 21 in the League One, and was 22 goals. It is the most after 7 whole games since 1971 to 72 season, which was 26 in the 4th tier. So listen, Brentford's home form is way better than any other team because they haven't lost at home this season. I believe they've drawn 5, and they've won 5 and drawn 2. So listen, Brentford's last home game was against Leicester, and they destroyed them. So for me, Newcastle, you know, have the good points against Liverpool. You know, you can probably, like, people were complaining, the fans were complaining about the referee, but for me, the added time was 5 minutes, and the referee blowed it when the clock says 95 minutes and 10 seconds, you know. So to me, I don't, like, you can probably say Newcastle got warmed, but rules are rules. So to me, I don't think the referee warped Newcastle. I really don't think so. But in terms of this game, yeah, I see Brentford winning because Brentford are good. Like, the interesting thing is that I looked at the table. At home form, Brentford are in 1st place. Away from home, they're in 19th. 19th, you know. Like, it's crazy that Brentford are good at home, but away from home, they're just shocking. Absolutely shocking. So, yeah, man, for this game, I'm going to go for Brentford win of. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Brentford win. Yeah, Brentford scored lots of goals at home. So, yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 to Brentford. I'm going to go 3-1 to Brentford because, they're just really good at home. Newcastle away from home. Sometimes they're good, but most of the time they're not. So there you go. Newcastle goal score, I'm going to go for Alexander Isak. For Brentford, I'm going to go for Wisa and Ubemu. And yeah, I don't know who else is going to score for Brentford, but I know they're going to win that game tomorrow. So yeah, 3-1 Brentford. They're really good at home, and I believe their home record um, this season is going to improve unless someone can go there and beat them. So there you go. But yeah, 3-1 to Brentford is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. It's as simple as that. All right, the next one is Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. Of course, Man City beat Forest, and that ended their eighth game without their losing like a winless streak. So Man City have finally won a game of football. But the question is, will they be able to? Is this the start of Man City going on a winning form? We're gonna have to wait and see. But here's the stats for this one. Crystal Palace have won just 2 of the last 80 Premier League games against Man City. I know one of them was 3-2 was in 2018. I forgot the other one. I've forgotten. With both those victories coming out of the Etihad Stadium. Oh yeah, the October 2021. I believe it was 2-0 to Palace in that time. But yeah, I remember it's 3-2 and then it was 2-0, I think, or something like that. Man City have won 7 of their last 9 Premier League away games against Crystal Palace since that 2-1 defeat in April 2015. So 9 years ago since Palace have beaten Man City at Selhurst Park. Since Pep Guardiola joined Man City in 2016, Crystal Palace have scored multiple goals against the Citizens in 6 different Premier League games. Only Tottenham have done so more in this time. Having won 5 of their last 7 Premier League home games under Olivier Glasner last season, Crystal Palace have won just 1 of their last 7 at Selhurst Park so far this season. I forgot. And that was against Tottenham, by the way. So this is why Tottenham will always be Spursy. And finally, Man City have lost their last 5 away games in all competitions. Last season of the world back in February 1994. So if they don't win tomorrow, that means it will be 30 years. 30 years. Boy, the last reigning top 5 champions to lose 6 away games in a row were Man City themselves during the 1968 to 1969 campaign. So Man City are breaking records, man. But listen, that win against Forest is going to give Man City a bit more confidence. But listen, it's going to be a very tough game because I believe that Man City will dominate Crystal Palace, but I feel like Palace will just find some way yet to frustrate Man City. I believe Crystal Palace will have chances, but I feel like Man City are just gonna get the job done. So yeah, man, listen, you cannot beat Forest and end up losing, not beating Crystal Palace. So yeah, for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a Manchester City win of. Let me think about this. I think they'll keep a clean sheet because Palace aren't good at home. They really aren't. So for this one, actually, Crystal Palace do tend to score goals at home. They really do. Um, yeah, for this one, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Man City. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet, because Crystal Palace do tend to score at home. The last team to keep a clean sheet at Selhurst Park was West Ham, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Man City. That win against Forest, should give them confidence going into that game tomorrow. If they lose that game, boy, then Man City are just not like Tottenham, but just can't go in a winning form. So there we go. But they have to. So yeah, 2-1 Man City goal scorers. I'm gonna go Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne since he scored against Forest. Palace goal scorer Mateta. That's basically it. So yeah, 2-1 to Manchester City is gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. So there we go. Then the final game on Saturday Night Football, which is Manchester United. No, it says Watford Forest. So Forest is going to stay at Manchester and both those games are away. Of course, they lost 3-0 against Man City. Let's see how they do tomorrow against Manchester United at Old Trafford. So there we go. Here comes the stats for this one. Man United have won 6 of their last 7 Premier League home games against Forest, with the exception being a 2-1 loss in December 1994, so 30 years ago since that happened. Following their 2-1 victory in December 2023, I remember that game 2 years ago. Last year. Nottingham Forest are looking to win consecutive league games against Man United for the first time since April 1992. So that's before the Premier League has started. Man United scored in all of 14 Premier League games against Forest, their joint best 100% scoring record against an opponent in the competition alongside Swansea City. Man United have won 3-0 against Leicester and 4-0 against Everton in the last 2 Premier League home games. They've not scored more than 3 consecutive home games since February 2021, while they last do that so winning each time in December 2018. And finally, Nottingham Forest's last 2 Premier League away games have been 3-0 defeats, 3 versus Arsenal and Man City, having won 5 of their last 7 on the road before this was drawing twice. They last lost 3 consecutive away league games by a margin of 3 goals in April 1968, one of which was a 3-0 loss at Manchester United. So, yeah, you look at that. 3-0 loss against Arsenal, 3-0 loss against City. And for me, I believe Nottingham Forest are going to lose 3-0 again. So basically, Man United, Ruben Amorim, of course, they've lost against Arsenal, but they're a bit unlucky because had it not been for the set pieces, maybe it could have been a totally different game. But you have to give credit to United because defensively in the first half, they frustrated Arsenal. Like, Arsenal didn't create much. Arsenal created more chances than Manchester United. But the only thing that Man United didn't have that creativity in their attack. And, Arsenal, they're really good from set pieces. So that's the only disappointing. But you have to as a Chelsea fan, I would love Man United to, to get result against Arsenal, but I knew that didn't happen. But there's a few positives. Let's say Ruben Amorim can get the best out of their attack, defense and midfield again. So there you go. An interesting thing is that Onana has prevented less goals in top 5 leagues. So this season, could Onana be the best goalkeeper in the league? That's going to be a big question, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, going into this game, I see a 3-0 Man United win because Ruben Amorim, last 3 at home. Ruud van Nistelrooy's last game, 3-0 win against Leicester. Ruben Amorim's first game at Old Trafford, 4-0 win against Everton. So this is another game at Old Trafford for Ruben Amorim. These teams are going to score another 3 goals, and they'll keep another clean sheet. So there you go. So yeah, 3-0 to United. Goal scores, I'm going to go for Rashford, Garnacho, and Zerkzee to score. So yeah, Man United 3, Forest 0 is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. So yeah, Forest lost 3-0 against Arsenal away, lost Man City away 3-0. I believe they're going to lose to Man United away again. So 3-0, the same scoreline. So there we go. So yeah, 3-0 to United is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Then we move on into Super Sunday, and we've got 2 London derbies. Fulham Arsenal is a derby, but it's not the big one. And I'll get to my team in just a minute. But this game will be live on Sky Sports because it's a London derby, and it's going to be an interesting game. It really is. Anyway, here's the stats for this one. Fulham came from behind to beat Arsenal 2-1. This exact picture last season. I remember because I did the Charlie went live, and that was on New Year's Eve, by the way. New Year's Eve when Arsenal lost against Fulham, and we did the anniversary celebration, and Charlie looked really depressed. And in those ones, Arsenal have only won 1 win in 7, I believe, in that time. I've forgotten, but something like that. Anyway, let me move on. They've never won consecutive league games or more at home against the Gunners in their history. So, boy, let's see if they can do that on Sunday. Arsenal failed to win either Premier meetings with Fulham last season. I remember because it was a 2-2 draw at Emirates, and then, of course, 2-1 last season. Only between May 2021 and November 2012, 4 times have they had the longest winning run against the Cottage in their league history. Arsenal have scored at least once in each of the last 18 Premier League games against Fulham since a goalless draw at the Emirates Stadium in February 2019. So 15 years ago that this happened. Fulham are beaten in last 8 London derbies, winning 4 and drawing 4. Their longest such win, with such one since a one of 9 between February 2000 and September 2001. A streak that was ended by 3-1 home loss against the Gunners. And finally, Arsenal have won 7 of their last 8 Premier League London derbies since that 2-1 at Fulham on New Year's Eve last year. The Gunners have scored 5+ goals in 4 of those 8 matches, as many times they had in the previous 130 League London derby matches combined. So there you go. So as you can see here, Fulham, didn't allow Arsenal to beat them. So this is a time for revenge for Arsenal, and and they're on a good one. Ever since Odegaard came back, I believe it's like 3 wins and a draw for Arsenal since Odegaard came back. Before then, it was just 0 wins and 4 for them. So, but yeah, Arsenal on fire at the moment. And when it comes to set pieces, Arsenal are really good. They've scored more set pieces the start of last season than any other. So wherever they set piece coach, boy, that set piece coach is really good. So let's see if Fulham will manage to defend from a set piece. Let's just see. And do you know the interesting thing is that Chelsea, I'm not sure if they're the only team. No, actually, there are many teams. But in terms of the Big Six, Chelsea are the only team here to not allow Arsenal to score from a set piece. Because Arsenal scored from a set piece against Liverpool from a free kick. Also scored from a set piece from like Gabriel's header. Also scored from a set piece against Tottenham, Gabriel's header at White Hart Lane, and also scored 2 set pieces against Man United 2 days ago. So it looks like Chelsea are the only team yet to not do that. So let's see how Fulham can do from a set piece. But I see Arsenal win this game. They need to get revenge, man. They really do need to get revenge. So for this game, I'm going to go for an Arsenal 3-0 win. I believe they need to get revenge. But listen, as a Chelsea fan and Fulham as a West London dub club, I would love for you to beat Arsenal. I really would. Because if we beat Tottenham, boy, and Man City win, then Arsenal will be in 4th place by that. So there we go. But I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 to Arsenal. Goal scorers, Saka, Martinelli, and Declan Rice to score. So yeah, 3-0 Arsenal. They'll keep another clean sheet like they did at Forwards, at Man United and all that stuff. So yeah, 3-0 to Arsenal. That's going to be my prediction. But I would love Fulham to beat Arsenal on a Sunday. I really would. But that is not going to happen. So yeah, 3-0 to Arsenal. I literally said to Fulham there. All right, the next one is Ipswich Town versus Bournemouth. Of course, Ipswich Town lost 1-0 against Palace, whereas for Bournemouth, they've beaten Tottenham 1-0 yesterday. So I've watched that game and they scored from a set piece. So there you go. Anyway, Ipswich are winners in the last 6 league meetings with Bournemouth. Those 5 of these have been drawn, including each of the last 4. This is the first meeting between the sides since April 2015, so 9 years ago. Bournemouth have won just one of their last 11 away games against Ipswich, drawing 3 and losing 7. A 2-1 victory under Harry Neville in March 1988. The last 3 visits to Bournemouth have been all draws. This will be the first ever top-flight meeting between Ipswich Town and Bournemouth, making it 1,433rd fixture to be played in England's top division. Bournemouth have lost 2 of the last 3 Premier League meetings with promoted sides, as many they had in their previous 15 such matches, which is winning 8 and drawing 5. And finally, Ipswich remain without a win in 8 of their 7 Premier League home games this season, drawing 4, losing 3. In their league history, only in 2018-19 had they had a longer one without a home win from the start of the campaign, which is 10 times. So there you go. In terms of this game, there's nothing really much to say. Like Bournemouth, I feel like 1-0 flattered Spurs, because it should have been more, maybe 5 or 6. Like Tottenham are very lucky, but in terms of this game, probably see this being a draw. But Bournemouth last away game was against Wolves. They smashed them 4-2. So for this game, I'm gonna go for Bournemouth win of. I think Ipswich will create chances, but I think both are gonna get the job done. So for this game, Bournemouth sometimes don't keep a clean sheet away from home as well. But yeah, for this game, I'm gonna go for a Bournemouth win of 2-1. That's gonna be my prediction. I'm gonna go for a Bournemouth win of 2-1 because it's gonna be a difficult game, but I feel like that win against Tottenham and that win against Wolves, they're on a good run of form. And yeah, looking at the table as well, Bournemouth are in ninth place, so above the mid-table, and they're not that far off from top six as well. So Bournemouth are really having a good season at the moment. So let's see what happens then. But yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. I'm gonna go for Josh Billing and the other player to score for Ipswich Town. I'm gonna go for Lee Delap to score for Ipswich. So yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth is going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. Right, the next one is Leicester City versus Brighton. So another home game for Wood van Nistelrooy after that win against West Ham. Brighton, another away game for them. They've lost 3-1 against Fulham. Yesterday as well. So there you go. Here's the stats for that one. Having won 6 of the last first 8 Premier League meetings with Brighton, Leicester are now winners in the last 4 against the Seagulls, which joined to a losing 2. Brighton have won none of the 6 Premier League away games against Leicester, with their last league victory at the King Power Stadium coming for the Championship in April 2014, which was that 4-1 win. 5 of Brighton's last 7 Premier League games against promoted sides has been a drawn, including each of the last 3 in a row. The last team to draw 4 consecutive such games were Newcastle in the 21/22 campaign. Leicester Leicester have only lost 1 of their last 10 Premier League home games played on a Sunday, going down 2-1 against Everton in May 2022. And finally, Brighton have lost 5 of their last 6 Premier League away games played on a Sunday, as many there has in the previous 16 such games. The only exception is this current one, which is 5-0 win at Sheffield United in February, but that was the time where Sheffield United were really bad, so there we go. But yeah, listen, man, Ruud van Nistelrooy got that win against Leicester, against West Ham 3-1. Brighton on a good one at the moment, drawn their last game and lost like 3-1 against Fulham. And if Leicester City can win, another team's drop off, Leicester City could go from 15th to 14th, and they could be the team that could probably stay up, because I think I had either Leicester to go down or something like that. But yeah, Steve Cooper sacked, Ruud van Nistelrooy the manager. Yeah, things are looking good for Leicester City. So it's at the King Power Stadium. I feel like they're gonna win again. I feel like they're gonna win again. So for this game, I'm gonna go for a Leicester City win of 3-1, the same scoreline as it was against West Ham, because Brighton, away from home, sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're awful, like 50-50. But yeah, Leicester to win 3-1. Brighton's goal scorer, I'm going to go for Danny Welbeck. For Leicester City, I'm going to go for Jamie Vardy, Wilfred Ndidi, and Kelechi Iheanacho. So yeah, 3-1 to Leicester City, Of course, I predicted 2-1 to West Ham, but I didn't know that because I thought that Ruud van Nistelrooy won't be the manager, but he was. So since he's the manager right now, I'm going to go 3-1 to Leicester. I feel like they're going to put in for me, yeah, if Leicester City, if Leicester City can have the same ties as they did against West Ham, because West Ham, they create chances, they had 32 shots, but they only scored 1 goal. Leicester had 8 shots and they scored 3. So let's see if Leicester City could have the same plan and the same tactics against Brighton, because Brighton will dominate possession and create chances, let's see if Ruben Nistelrooy will outclass the Brighton manager, and I think he will. So yeah, 3-1 to Leicester City is going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. Then we've got the big one, White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. So there you go. Now I'm not gonna talk about this too much because there is gonna be a preview to that game, so make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, listen, man, we're on a good one at the moment. You know, Chelsea's away record is really good this season. Like we've won 5, and I believe we've drawn 2. You know, our away record is really no, actually, sorry, we've won 5, we've drawn 1, and we've lost 1. It's only Liverpool have the better away record than Chelsea. So there you go. For Tottenham, you know, yesterday I watched their game. They've lost against Bournemouth. So, and I read a stat that says Tottenham haven't gone a winning form, like 2 or 3 games winning form since September this year. Like Tottenham are so inconsistent, and Tottenham, when it comes to set pieces, they ain't that good. So for me, yeah, like we have to beat Tottenham because Tottenham, the only thing I do fear about this game is that Tottenham turn in big games, you know. The game against Arsenal, you know, they were good, they had chances, but they failed to do that. They beat Man City 4-0, you know, they beat Man United 4-0. So yeah, they still have to play Liverpool. So Tottenham turn up in big games, which, you know, which of course you have to, but how can you turn up in big games and end up not turning up against teams that you're supposed to be? Like Tottenham are so inconsistent, but listen, man, we haven't been the Big 6 team this season, so let's hope that Maresca can do that. So as a Villa, we've got that win. Let's hope we can beat Tottenham away from home, you know. And I'm not going to read out the stats, but Chelsea have already lost 1 game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and that was 2 years ago on the Graham Potter. We lost to them 2-0, but it's simple as that. But Nicholas Jackson scored a hat trick, you know, when they went down to 9 men. Let's see if he can score another goal against Tottenham, and I think he will. So for this game, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Chelsea win. Tottenham's goals, because I feel we're going to concede since Sandy's going to start, but I feel like we're going to get the job done. Let's hope we can dominate them, and let's hope that we don't do what we did against Southampton, where we had so many chances, but then we just wasted. So let's hope we can win on Sunday. So yeah, 3-1 Chelsea. Total goal score, I'm going to go for Brennan Johnson. Chelsea's goal scores, I'm going to go for Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson, and probably Neto. So yeah, 3-1 to Chelsea is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. We must beat Tottenham, you know, we have to. If we don't, then I'll be very, very, very disappointed. But yeah, 3-1 to Chelsea is going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. Then on Monday night, we move into East London, where West Ham United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, the last game for game week number 15. And here's the final stats for that one. West Ham have won their last 4 Premier League home games against Wolves, keeping a clean sheet each time. In their league history, only twice they've won 5 in a row at home without conceding against opponent, but it's Coventry 1919 to 1937 and Wolves 1920 to 1958. You can see that's a very, very long time ago that happened. Wolves won their last 4 Premier League games against West Ham following their return to the division in 2018, but have lost 6 of the last 8 against the Hammonds, which have only won twice. West Ham have won their last 6 Premier League home games played on a Monday, netting 2 goals each time. Their last such defeat was December 2019 against Arsenal, which was 3-1. Each of Wolves' last 5 Premier League games played on a Monday have come away from home, winning 2, drawing 1, and losing 2. With Gary Lewis in last 3 games in charge of the Wanderers, which is drawing 1 and losing 2. And finally, West Ham have conceded 71 goals West Ham have conceded 71 goals in 33 Premier League games so far in 2014. It's the most league goals conceded in a single calendar year since 1976, which was 73 in 38 games. So, boy, that is a really poor record for West Ham. You know, but listen, they have to bounce back. You know, I mean, both teams have to bounce back because, you know, they've lost their midweek game, so listen, West Ham need to win this game because, like I keep on saying, Lopetegui is under some serious pressure, and West Ham want him out, and I don't blame them because if West Ham don't win this game, and if Everton, Leicester City, and Crystal Palace do win, and let's say that Ipswich Town and Wolves win their game, you know, West Ham are in serious trouble. If they lose and other teams win, they can go from 15th to 17th, which will be close to the relegation zone. So, and nobody ever thought, including myself, to make West Ham, below the mid-table and maybe even close to the relegation zone. So Lopetegui is on some serious pressure. So he has to win this game because he lost away against Leicester and he lost at home against Arsenal. So he's under some serious pressure at the moment. And West Ham, in the last 5 games, have only had one win. Only one win, which is not good enough, man. Really isn't good enough. So West Ham need to win this game at home, and I feel like they will. And I feel like they will win. So for this game on Monday, and by the way, Wolves got a spanking, and they also need to win because if they do win, they will be in and if they will be in 18th place because of goal difference. So they will be out of it, but a win will give them a bit of confidence, for Wolves under Gary O'Neill. So, but listen, it's at the London Stadium. Let's see how West Ham do. For this game, I'm gonna go for West Ham to win this game 3-0 because Wolves didn't score against Everton, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to score against, and those like Everton won 15th, West Ham in 14th, so don't think Wolves are going to score against West Ham away from home. Let's see if they can do, but I don't think Wolves are going to win this game. And West Ham is under more pressure. Well, both teams are under more pressure, but especially West Ham because they're a really good club. They really are. So yeah, I'm going to go 3-0. The goal scorers, I'm going to go for Jad Bowen, Mikel Antonio, and Summerfield to score. So yeah, 3-0 to West Ham United is going to be my prediction on that game on a Monday Night Football. So there we go. All right, so that is all the Premier predictions. Let me go for them one more time. So Saturday's games, Merseyside Derby, the last one at Goodison Park. It could happen or could not. We'll have to wait and see. But I've gone for Liverpool to win this game 2-1 against the rivals. Well, not really their rivals, but the Merseyside rivals, I should say. I've gone for Villa 3-1 win against Southampton. I've gone for Brentford 3-1 win against Newcastle. I went for a 2-1 Man City win against Crystal Palace. Then I've gone for 3-0 Man United against Forest on Saturday Night Football. Then Super Sunday, London Derby, I've gone for 3-0 also win against Fulham. Then I've gone for 2-1 Bournemouth win against Ipswich Town. Then I've gone for Leicester City 3-1 win against Brighton. Then I've also went for a 3-1 Chelsea win against Tottenham Hotspur. And then finally on the Monday Night Football, I've gone for a West Ham United to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 3-0. So that is all my Premier predictions for game week number 15. So do let me know in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree with any of my predictions. And if you got your predictions, do let me know whether you're a Leicester City fan, Arsenal fan, are you confident in your team? What do you think the score is going to be? And, would you say the likes of West Ham, the likes of teams that have lost will bounce back? We're going to have to wait and just do let me know and I will respond to them as soon as I can. So there you go. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit the bonus notification so that you never ever miss out of my videos or live watch longs, because there will be a match preview, also a live watch long and a match reaction for Tottenham vs Chelsea, so make sure you guys tune into that one. Make sure you share this video to all your friends and your family so that they can subscribe, they can comment, and they can like this video as well. And yeah, so basically do those 4 things: like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bonus notification. And if you guys can do that, then it will help this channel to grow, and it will help me feel like a happy person as well. So if you guys can do those 5 things for me, then that would be great. Alright guys, so that is it for me. As always, have a great week and enjoy the rest of your games, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'm out of here. Peace.